Alright, is that me? I'll turn that down. Alright, I think everything's working. Hello, Sizor Master. I don't know how to say your name. So I'm gonna be doing stuff. Who's here, I wonder? Nobody? Well, let's see. I'll do that. Alrighty. Let me just tweet. I guess I am technically early. Wait. Okay, great. Hello, Christian. No? Well, why would you get a notification? I don't know how things work. There's 7 people. That's a bunch. So, here's what I wanted to do today. I was going to work on the editor. What branch am I in? And, alright. I'm gonna have to come back because my computer goes into a strange state sometimes where it won't run any programs and I have to reboot. So I'm gonna have to reboot because there has to be some kind of technical issue. So I'll see you in just a sec. It. Am I back? I hope so. Thank you, Bjorn. I hope I'm back. I look like I'm back, looking at the stream. Alright, great. Well, I guess technically then I'm only 2 minutes late. Oop, I have to run Steam. I have to log in. Oh, everything has to be a struggle. I don't know what it is about streaming. If you're gonna stream something, it's just gonna be a disaster. That's what I have figured out. So I'm working on the editor, y'all. And that means
main menu, vertical menu with 6 items, selected, arcade button, press enter to activate.
I need the narrator on. Hello. Hi, narrator.
Arcade. Press left and right to select the track. Press up and down to change the difficulty. Press F1 for more information.
I keep audio. I wonder if I don't know if the audio is too quiet, too loud. I don't know.
Rated 26. Rank 10.
I keep like the audio off by default when I'm developing because I just don't need to hear it all the time.
Race options. Press enter to start or escape to go back.
So,
Vertical loading track.
and hopefully this
Pause
will
menu.
help
Zero
give
combo.
people an idea about how the editor works. So you run a track, and when you're in here, you hit F4, and that turns on the song editor. And
Selected channel 1.
this is
Selected channel
what
0.
I want to add some. Is it? Maybe I can. That's just
Selected channel 1.
I wonder if I have it. I think I have it turned a little bit. I'm just gonna turn up that audio a little bit.
Selected channel 2. Selected channel 3.
Yep. Fast narrator. Of course, this is probably slow narration for a lot of people who are used to it. So I did put a little bit of narration. When you arrow left and right,
Selected channel 2.
there's
Selected channel 0. Selected channel 15.
yeah, 16 channels.
Selected channel 0. Selected channel 1.
And so it narrates those, but I don't want it to say selected. I want this to be a little more terse. What am I doing? Song editor. Where am I doing this? I'm just gonna have it say just channel 1, channel 2. Okay.
Selected channel 2.
Anyway, so I'm gonna do that, but also I want to have it. Nope. There's 2 of these. When you press up and down or page up, page down to move around in the track, and I want to have it. So the different channels are where you can
Selected channel. Selected channel 0.
audio samples. So because you can build a track out of just one song file, or you can have many different individual tracks. And so the 16 channels are where you can put song
Selected channel. Selected channel 3. Selected channel
audio
6.
files. So let me see what I'm doing. I'm losing track of my situation. So just one day I want to make a video on making editing a track
Selected channel 6.
using the narration, but I don't know, I guess I'll kind of explain how it works here. So once you're in here, well, actually, let's go back to the start. Let's go all the way back to the start. I'm gonna quit.
Arcade. Press left and right to select the
So
track.
this is
Press up and down
the
to change the difficulty.
arcade
Press F1 for more
screen.
information. Rank
If
editor
you
menu.
hit
Vertical menu with 5 items. Selected. Open the Steam Workshop button. Press enter to
Yeah.
activate. Press up and down to select other items.
the F2 key, opens up this menu,
Create a new track button.
and
Press
there's
enter to
a
activate.
create a new track button, and if you hit that, then it
Enter a name
prompts
for the
you
new track.
to
Type a new value. The current value is. The cursor is at the end.
type a new. They all play simultaneously, all the channels. So anyway, I'm not going to do the creation part right now,
Cancel.
because I don't want to do that. I'm just
Raise
going to
options. Press
go
enter to start
into
or
a
escape to go back. Loading track.
specific existing track.
Pause menu. 0 combo.
Anyway, so what I wanted to do was go to sample. Let's see. I want to narrate cursor position whenever you move. How do we do this? I should put this in a function. I'm not gonna. Is this a? Yeah, it is. I'm gonna. I am going to do something. What am I doing? I'm gonna put this in a little no. See, programming in front of people is. I never know what I'm doing. I mean, I never know normally, but now people watch me not know what I'm doing. So anyway, I have this cursor position. I just want to narrate it. And I feel like this needs to be in a little helper, so I'm going to do... I'm going to call it this. Narrate cursor position. And position. So anytime you move up or down, what's up, up, up? Nope. Let's see. When you move up or down, or page up or down, we're going to narrate cursor position, and I just have to do give me just a minute. Channel. I'm just gonna have it narrate your position. What am I doing? Fine. How does this work? I don't know. If there's a numerator on this. I don't want to do it that way. Use a string. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I think like I said, I want to make like a video where I actually describe how to use it better. But hopefully you can get an idea here as well. Cursor position is a thing. Oh, selection point, another thing. All right. Oh my god, I'm having a hard time just typing. If the numerator is not 0, we're also going to slash let's see how that works. I need a little bit more, but go away. I don't want to update Visual Studio. That's a terrible idea. Because most of the tracks in the game, what am I trying to say? There's a key sounding, which means I'm not just playing one audio track. I'm playing a bunch of different ones, and I can tie different, what are they called? Different notes that you press to different sounds. And also that's how, like, when you miss a note, the audio will not play for that key. Okay. Where are we at? Did I? Oh. Narration is, I killed the game, so it didn't save the
Main menu.
settings. There we go.
Arcade. Press left and right to select a track. Press up race options. Press enter to start or
So
loading
I'm
track.
going to go into this. I'm going to pause
menu.
with
Zero combo.
F3, hit F4 to enter the editor.
0.
Now, whenever I move up and down...
0 and 1/4. 0 and a half. 0 and 3/4.
Okay.
0 and 3/4. 1. 1 and 1/4. 0 and
Alright,
3/4.
so
0
now
and 1.
if
0. Channel 1.
when I press up and
Channel 10.
down,
4. 8. 12. 16. 20.
it's narrating
24.
the position where we're at.
28.
Now, one issue with the editor,
Channel 9. Channel 5. Channel 7.
if you press F3 to play,
Rank 2. Rank 8. Ranks. Pause menu. 0 combo. 34.
what am I trying to say? Anyway, so
0.
you can move up and down.
0. 0 and 1/4. 0 and a half. 0.
It's now narrating the cursor position. Maybe I'll make that a bit louder. I want to be able to hear it.
Pause menu.
So when I
0 combo.
unpause, the unit
0.
is in beats. So another thing, oh, I just saved. Anyway, another thing the unit is something you can change, which I was gonna do next. So right now it's the increment is a quarter of a beat.
0 and 1/4. 0 and a half. 0 and 3/4. 1.
So we go up by
0 and
that.
3/4.
But
0 and 1. 0.
if I press 1, that changes the increment to 1/2, and I'm gonna add narration to that next.
0 and a half.
So now we're going by a half.
1. 1 and a half. 2. 2 and a half. 3. 2 and a half. 2. 1 and a half. 1.
So I was gonna add some narration for that, but look at all this code that I've squished in here. That's fine. I almost think I need to be able to narrate one of these fractions in a better way. That's fine. Oh, this stinks. If I can like actually remember how to, oh, I probably just have to do one of these, what is it, insertion extraction operators for this data type. If I understood how to do basic things, I would do that now. That's one of those things that I'm like, with people watching me, I'm like, my brain doesn't remember how to do that. Actually, should I just Google it? Because I'm gonna have to. Maybe I'll do a 2-string. I'll do that. I can think about that. Where? Oh, this is in math. I don't have strings here. I don't want to put. Oh, I do. Okay. Wow. Wait. I already have a get string on this. Okay, fun. Love that. I love that I already had. It's called get string, not 2-string. Whatever. Fun. Okay. So, look at this. This is bad. I love to copy and paste when I program, apparently. I'm gonna have to put it like cursor resolution. Yeah, that works. For all these. Oh. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. It's just that I can't think straight. Oh, thanks for coming and watching. And I'm sorry that the last couple of weeks I tried to do this and either something went wrong. Well, yeah, actually both times I tried to do this, there was just technical issues. I love to copy and paste code. It is my favorite thing, so that's what I'm doing right now. Oh, and yeah, none of this will be logged. It's just not available in the demo, but oh, it built already. So now, let's see what happens. Oh, I didn't turn on.
Main menu.
Okay.
Arcade. Race options. Press enter to start loading track.
All right. So
Pause menu.
pause.
0 combo.
Hit F4.
0.
Now, when I hit the
0 and a half.
0 and a half.
0 and 1/4.
Okay, that's a little bit weird. It's saying 0, but
0 and 1/16.
so now when you hit any of the number keys,
0 and 1/32.
it's gonna narrate the actual
0 and 1/12. 0 and a half.
the actual increment.
0 and 1/3. 0 and 1/16. 0 and a half.
Anyway,
Channel 1. Channel 11.
so mostly you just
0 and a half. 0 and 1/4.
so that's the increment when I'm hitting 1 or 2.
0 and a half.
So now if I go if I hit 0,
1.
it's 1 increment.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So now it's going up and down by 1.
0.
0. Hit home to go 0.
352. 0. 352.
It ends
Channel
to the
10.
end.
Channel 5. 0.
Okay. So now that's kind of navigating. You hit back and forth
Channel 6. Channel 7.
to go between channels. Now the other thing as I want to do is when you press the C key,
Channel 6. Channel 5.
I want it to kind of narrate what's under the cursor, because you use the C key
Channel 4.
to select the sample that's under the cursor. So I'm going to do that next. There it is. Copy, no, iDrop instrument. And when we change selected instrument, I'm going to add a new function. Narrate selected instrument, or sample, really. I guess if there's nothing, it's not going to narrate me. I don't know. Let me see. Where else am I changing? Narrate selected instrument. Oh. Great. Are you an integer? Yes, for some reason. Language. English? I don't know. I don't know if I'm following the chat very well. I'm trying to work and do stuff and drink my beer. It's a lot. 10 people watching me. What was I doing? Oh. What, how does this... I wrote this so long ago, I don't even know how this works. Oh, instrument list, great. Do I have a getter for that, or am I just trusting? And I have this, don't program like me. Oh, right, it's C++, I'm sorry. I was like, language. I have this game global thing that I do this get everywhere, and it's not how you're supposed to program, but it's just kind of how things have turned out. And this selected instrument index, that's frightening. I guess I'll add a check for that. Great. So what does the instrument... Do you have a name? What is the name? Let's find out. What are you? You're a string? Great. By instrument, I mean, what I really mean is one of the audio samples. Yeah, I've got a function that I use for text. Actually, maybe I'll... Yeah, I don't want to like overdo the narration.
Loading.
I feel like sometimes I put too
Downloading.
much.
Press any button.
I really wish this would...
Welcome to Sequence Storm. Main menu. Vertical menu with 6 items. Selected.
Actually,
Continue
it's
button.
fine.
Press enter to activate.
So let's go.
Update. Race options. Press enter to start loading track. Pause menu 0.
Now, what did I just do?
Channel 1.
So now, when I hit C...
2 base 1 dot wave.
Okay, it says that.
0 and 1. 0 and 3 4 1. 2 base 1 dot wave. Channel 3. 4 crash 1 dot wave. Channel 4. 5 drums 1 dot wave.
So these are all... I mean, audio sample. Let me play
0.
this track. So
Minus 1
this
and 3
is
fourths. Pause menu
oh.
0.
Oops. Audio
Minus 1 and
off.
3 fourths. Pause menu.
So this
0
is
combo.
Rome is Burning,
0.
and it consists of a whole bunch of different audio tracks, like
Channel
the
5. Channel 4. Channel 5. Channel 4. Channel 1.
In fact, I can mute a
Channel-
bunch
channel
of
three.
them.
Channel
so,
channel 3.
Like
channel-
if
channel
I
5,
mute
channel 6,
everything
channel 4, channel
but the
15,
drums.
-1 3/4.
So the drums is an individual sample,
Rank 1. Pause menu. 0.
and then the vocals.
Channel 5.
Lead, I can turn
-1
those
3/4.
on. So those are all individual sound files, and when I say samples, I'm talking about
Rank 3.
those.
Pause menu. 0. Channel 1. Channel 3.
So add everything in.
-1 3/4. Rank 1. Rank 3. Pause menu. 0 combo.
Yay, someone bought my game. Okay. Lock and go back to erase the audio isn't there. That sounds like a bug. It doesn't sound like it's supposed to happen. What else did I want to narrate? Well, so
0. Channel 6. Starting BPM. Type the new cancelled.
okay. One thing I wanted to add narration to was all of the menus. There's a bunch of menus at the top of the screen, and that's like you can really learn how to use the editor by going through the menus. But
Pause menu, 0.
It's a little bit more tricky.
Channel 5. Channel 6.
What should I do next?
Channel 5. 6 lead dot wave. Channel 6. Channel 5. 6 lead dot wave.
I don't know. I'm hoping that is a way to let you
Channel 4. Channel 3.
like if you press C,
4 crash 1 dot wave.
it tells you what sample is under the cursor. So I don't know. Is that good? I guess. So I kind of forgot what I was going to say, but I wanted to talk about if you were to use the editor. So the two different audio modes and then the visual cues modes, those are all different game modes, and they can all have their own sets of what are they called? Of notes. So I'm gonna go back to
Press left and right to select a track. Game settings menu vertical. Game mode selection. Selected. Visible cues. Press left and right to change.
if you do actually want to use the editor, let me make sure I'm correct.
Audible cues 1.
I think you'll want to do it in it's fine, you don't need to have a track split up. You can just use a single audio file. It just has to be an OGG file right now. So if you do want to use this, I would suggest being in Audible Cues 2 mode, because then you will hear all of the cues. Because
beat delay selection. Selected. 0. Press left and right to change.
I'm going to do this on with a beat delay of 0. Yeah, so most people, like on the workshop, they just take a single audio file and they put it on just on one of the channels, and that's all you need to do. So I'm going to go into Audio Cues 2 mode with a beat delay of 0.
Arcade.
So
Press left and right. Race options. Press enter to start or escape to go. Loading track. Pause menu. 0.
if I load this track,
-1
let's
and
see.
3/4. Pause menu.
I have
0
audio
combo.
off.
0. -1 and 3/4. Pause menu.
So now we can
0
hear
combo.
the audio cues. And the way that you
0.
edit the notes
Channel 2.
is with you edit the 4 column notes with ASDF. The wide notes you edit with the spacebar. And then the 4 different zigzags are QW for left and right on like the left stick, and then ER for left and right on the right stick. So
Channel 5. Channel 6. 0 and 1. 0 and
I'm trying
3/4.
to think like what I need to do. Anyway, if you turn on the Audible Cues 2 mode, then you can actually
0
hear.
and 0 and 1. -1 and 3/4. 0. Rank 1. Pause menu. 0
You
combo.
can actually hear all the cues.
13 and a half.
That's
12
what I'm
12 and a
trying
half.
to say. And I'm not entirely sure how to make this really easy to edit. So I'm not sure if I should. I really don't think I'm gonna get like this anywhere near complete today. Um, in Audible Cues 1, it splits it up depending on the setting. First of all,
Restart
there's.
quit. Arcade. Press left and right to
Oh,
select the
I
track.
had it.
Press up and down to
That
change
was
the default.
weird.
Press
I
F1 for
missed
more
it.
information.
Okay.
Rank 3. Game settings menu, vertical menu with 6 items. Selected.
Turn that off.
Game speed selection. Selected. Game mode selection. Beat delay selection. Audible cues 1. Beat count selection.
So
Selected.
there's this
Automatic.
beat
Press
count
left and right to change.
selection.
2. Automatic.
The default is automatic,
2.
but you can set it to 2 beats
4.
or 4 beats.
2. Automatic.
And so, like,
2.
I
4.
think
2. Automatic.
usually you get 4 beats at a time, but I think on harder difficulties it will default to every 2 beats. So what it does is it basically removes the notes every
2.
either 2 or 4 beats. It'll
Automatic.
remove those notes and put the cues in. Or does that make sense? You only get like half the notes when you play in the Audible Cues 1 mode. You only get half of the notes in the track because it removes half. So you know how you listen to the cues and then you play them back, and then you listen and you play them back. Well, during those sections where you're listening to the cues, there's other notes authored there, but they get taken out. So what am I trying to say? Yep, it just takes them out. Now you can, if you do go into the editor when you're in Audible Cues 1 mode, you will be editing a separate set of notes. At least that's how it works right now, because like for the tutorials, I save a completely separate set of notes. So if you do edit in Audible Cues 1 mode, you will be editing a separate, a completely separate set of notes that like, and if somebody goes to play your track and they're in like
Game mode selection. Selected. Audible cues 1.
if
Press
they're
left
in
and
a
right to
different
change.
mode, they won't see any of your notes. So I'm pretty sure.
Audible cues 2.
So for right now, and I'll have to cover this when I like actually document this, but you should be in Audible Cues 2 mode, and you can edit
Arcade.
all of the
Press
notes.
left and right to select the track. Press up and down to change the difficulty. Race options. Press enter to start loading track.
Now, one thing I want to do
Pause menu. 0.
that's a little more difficult to do right now is I want it so
0 and
that
1/4. 0 and a half.
as you scroll through the
0 and
song,
3/4. 1. 1 and 1/4.
I'd like it to actually play like a quarter of a second of audio of the track where you are at, but that's a little bit more work than I can just do right now.
1. 0 and 3/4.
So that way you can actually hear the music about where you're at, and I think that would really help to
1. 0 and 3/4. -1 and 3/4.
because
0.
right now you're just hearing your cursor position as a number, and to hear it
0.
you have to actually hit F3. Oops.
Pause menu. 0 combo. Pause menu.
To
0 combo.
I need to get it to stop narrating the pause menu when you're editing. Let's see. Where do I do that? Right here. This is it. Let's get it to not narrate that. So the way that Hyper works is that when you're in Hyper and the power meter is draining, it drains half as slow in Audible Cues 1 mode because there's half as many notes, and the amount of boost that you get from the notes, like extra, like healing and boost and that stuff, that always depends on the number of notes in the track. So if there's more notes in the track, you get less speed and power and healing per note. So just by the number of notes being cut in half, you automatically get more like boost power and speed per note. And so, you know, in the testing that I've done,
Loading.
it
really
is
Downloading. Press any button.
basically balanced between, you know, the Audible Cues 1 mode and the other modes.
Welcome to Sequence Storm. Main menu. Arcade button.
Okay.
Press enter to activate.
What am I doing now?
Arcade. Press left and right to select it. Race options. Press loading track.
I
0.
want to narrate. I'm wondering how I can narrate this menu. One thing that I don't know is if blind people even use the mouse for anything, because like, how do you know where you are? Because I was thinking about just narrating the menu as you mouse over it, but I don't even know if, I think what I have to do is to get the menu to open when you hit the menu key, obviously. The issue is this menu system isn't that great. I'm wondering how they aren't.
-1 and 340.
Oh, great.
-1 and 340.
See, this is so buggy. When I use the arrow keys to navigate the menu,
-1 and 340.
it's like moving the cursor and narrating that instead. Yeah, I kind of thought you wouldn't even be using the mouse. That's why most stuff in the editor, I don't use the mouse normally either, but the only thing that really requires it is the menus at the top. Well, yeah, there is a menu bar. I just need to narrate it properly, but also there's no way to open the menus with the keyboard right now, and there's bugs with it. So I'm kind of thinking like, what else do I want to Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do, is be able to open the menus with a key.
Channel 1.
The issue is that I don't have all like navigating with the arrow keys and stuff. I don't have any of that like working right now. Gosh. I'm kind of wondering, like, do I want to start on that? Or it would be useful because the menu contains all of the keyboard shortcuts, so I don't really use the menu a lot, but it is a reference for what all the shortcuts are. Yeah, I guess that's a... Yeah, I'm not narrating anything when you scroll up and down. Oh, so I think what I wanted to do was add a way... Oh. Okay. One of the other things is that you have to set the beats per minute of whatever track so that the
0.5.
the song or the game matches the BPM of the... What am I trying to say? You have to set the BPM properly. Yeah, the menus, I want to get them all working, but I'm kind of... I feel like I'd have to do that kind of offline. Or would I? I don't know. There's so much little fiddly things to do there, and they're already so problematic. I think that is actually one of the biggest parts of this, is the menus. But one thing I do want to, like, when you have to set the... You have to set the beats per minute, and you can set beats per minute at any... You can change it at any point, but if I
352. 0.
hit the home key to go to beat 0 and hit Control B...
Starting BPM. Type the new value. The current value is 128.
Yeah,
the cursor
so
is at the end.
this is where you set the BPM. So this is to 128. And I thought maybe one thing that might help to help with getting things synced,
Channel 5.
if you can actually see, because when you
Channel 4.
for us, we can see the actual waveforms, so we can see how well things are synced up just by even looking at the waveforms of the sound files. Oh, and I'm not narrating when you click. Maybe I don't need to. So I thought maybe I would add an option for a metronome. I'm gonna try that right now. Let's see, where do I do that? Nope, helper clap. Where's the helper clap? Oh, I know where that is. Oh, now that I think about this, I have to do this a slightly different way. Helper clap. That would require a song command on every beat. Well, yeah, I was thinking a metronome would really help to make sure that the music is synced with the game, or that you have the BPM set properly. But now that I say that, I'm like wondering how exactly I would do that. There's right now just a helper clap. Let's see. When I generate commands, let's see. Generate audible cues commands. Is that the one? Yes. Oh, this is hard to do live. Anyway. Oh, this is so tricky to do. But I thought two options that would help to kind of understand if things are synced would be adding a metronome, number one, and then adding a way to change the game speed, or the speed of the music in the editor. Because right now you can change the music speed outside the editor, but I wanted to be able to do it in the editor too. Maybe I'll do that. Or I should do this is so hard to do. No, this is fine. Everything's fine. The metronome would allow you to hear that the game is synced up properly. Does that make sense? Because if you have the BPM, or beats per minute, of the song set wrong, it would eventually, or pretty quickly, like, the game would get out of sync with the music. So if I added a metronome, it would be an easy way to check that everything's in sync. I'm gonna try it. But that means I have to... Oh god, how fast can I do this? Let's do it. Add. Let's try it. Back? Is that the last one? I always forget. Okay. Which function is the last? Back is. Okay, it's that. What have I done? Yeah. I feel like I probably have done a bad job of explaining how it works. I wonder. Does this. That. Why am I doing that? Oh, I hate it. Oh, okay. Find or create. What do you do? What on earth does this function do? I'm like confusing myself. Yeah, you can find out the BPM. There's websites that you can use to figure out the BPM. Only have hyper, extend, mind tap, pulse, router, numbing module. I I think that's all of the items. I think so. Why does this function scare me? Why am I inserting into that or returning this one? How am I supposed to know? Oh, I hate this. Am I a bad programmer? I think that's what's happening. What on earth? Well, I don't know. I wanted to add it, but I thought it would be fast and easy, and I'm confusing myself about what is happening. Insert here. Why am I returning? Oh my god. Making me sad. What if it returns one that we... Oh, I hate it. Okay, maybe I can't do this easy. I am confusing myself right now. I really am. How on earth? Oh, I see. No, that sets the position, fractional position. I think if I just do that, okay. Programming in front of people is so hard. I hate it. I mean, I like that. I wonder if that's all I have to do, because that inserts it already, and then this inserts all the new ones into the actual sum commands list, and then it sorts it. So this should be fine. I love being confused. Play the helper clap. This does it. If look at this code. I have to do this where I just, oh my god. Metronome. All I'm gonna do, I don't have fractional position if the If the numerator is 0, that means we're on beat. So let's just do what I want. Yeah, I have not added support for other time signatures because I haven't needed to put any tracks that would use that in yet. Actually, one of the new tracks I'm putting in has one small part of a different time signature, and I'm like, do I need to support that? I don't
Loading.
know. I should be able to support different time
Welcome to Sequence
signatures.
Storm.
It's just not.
Arcade.
It ain't in
Press
there
left and
yet.
right to select the track. Race options. Press enter to start or escape to go back.
I wonder if
Loading
I
track.
even. Am I winning? Am I doing this right? Let me turn the audio on.
Pause menu. 5 combo.
No, it's not working. Have I done it? Yeah, I'm putting in a. Maybe I just can't hear it because the audio cues are so loud. Maybe. Oh yeah, that's clapping.
Rank 1. Rank
Clap,
3.
clap, clap.
Rank 5. Pause menu.
Yeah.
17 combo.
Yay, I did it. Anyway, so that's a metronome on each beat. I have to like implement it more properly though. Let's see. This of course needs to be here. If helper clap enabled, am I just gonna make it a separate metronome enabled? Do it. Great. I did it. I added the metronome. So the sizes of the sections in the audible modes, it depends on the BPM. So if a track is, I actually Autumn Day Distraction now works. I think that one has been broken, but like that one has a BPM of like 280 or something, and it works just fine because it scales the section size to match the BPM. I am going to add. Yeah, my plan is to take all those tracks that don't have missions. I'm going to restructure the whole mission layout to incorporate those. I'm pretty sure, and because I'm pretty sure that when I'm gonna put those tracks into song packs. I'm pretty sure that's the plan right now. I might change my mind, but I'm going to. I want to change the game to be free to play, and if I do, if everyone who already bought the game is gonna get all this stuff, nobody's gonna have to buy anything twice. But yeah, I want to use all those tracks that don't have missions and give them missions, and then put them into packs that you can buy. Okay, so I now have a metronome. What am I doing? I hope I didn't miss anything in the chat. Now, in the song editor, I want to add some menu commands. Even though I'm gonna get around to narrating the menus sometime, I mean that's pretty much vital. So I will have to do that at some point. But let's see. Where is there's like a playback menu. I don't even think that's here. No. No, you won't have to play anything again. But I don't know exactly how it's gonna look. I haven't actually. No, I think I'm gonna keep the just the main missions free to play. I think, which is I don't know, you guys. I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do yet. Before I even do that, I am going to release a little DLC pack with some songs and missions just to see how that how that works out. I think it's gonna go pretty good, but anyway, I don't know yet. So that's the answer to all those questions. Is I don't know. Where is the menu for? Oh. Oh, editor menu bar. Where on earth do I put?
Loading.
I have
Welcome to Seek Arcade button.
code everywhere.
Arcade. Press leaderboard. Press F1 for more
No,
info.
I don't want to
Race options. Press enter to start loading track. Pause menu. 0.
Play menu. I want to put it there. Where the heck is that? I have to find it. Is it somewhere in here? Oh, it's right here. Here's the pause, restart, autoplay. So there's going to be a helper clap, menu item, and enable metronome. Okay, great. Let's copy and paste stuff. Metronome. Nope. That's the wrong one. On the play menu. You're not gonna have a button mapping, I guess. I guess I'll turn off helper clap if you do that. There. Yeah, I just added some tracks after. Yeah, some of those tracks just came. Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah, some tracks just came later. I just added them without missions or anything. But I want to do some stuff with them. I've got ideas for things to do. I just need to actually be able to do them. Man, ever since we had an earthquake here last week, and ever since then, the ground has just been constantly shaking. Literally just like, I'm just wiggling around as I sit here. Apparently you can get aftershocks for like a whole week, and it's been a week and we're still like wiggling around. Man, there's a lot of whenever I'm just sitting here doing nothing is because I'm waiting for this to build. It's a thing you do when you're a programmer often, just sit here waiting for builds. Especially when, okay, don't be me. If you're a programmer, don't do things the way I do. You should not, this should be even embarrassing, that there's the main file for this game right now, it's 16,221 lines long. And there's so much crap in here. This isn't how you're supposed to write programs. Yeah, I just put mountain time, but I mean, when you go to the when you go to look at the video on YouTube, it always shows you the time in your own time. Yeah, last time I tried to add slices while it was playing, it didn't work properly. Like there was something wrong. So I must have broke that. But I did notice it wasn't working properly.
Loading. Done. Welcome to C Arcade. Press left and right to select a track.
This
Press up
used
and
to
down
be
to
a
change the
lot
difficulty.
worse, actually.
Press F1 for more information. Rank 3.
Actually, I don't know. Did it? 16,000 lines. That's not terrible, is it? I don't know. I have moved a ton of stuff out of this file just to make it
Race options.
just
Press enter to
to
start
make
loading
the
track.
file smaller. Because every time
Pause
I
menu.
need to edit
Zero combo.
something in that one file, like it takes forever to build. Alright, so now in the play menu I have a enable metronome option. You can't hear it. Uh-oh.
Pause menu.
There.
7 combo.
Oh, I didn't have a... Oh, maybe these should be... Oh, maybe it should actually toggle. Okay, well, maybe I'll do that later. Right now, it's you can't turn it off. You can turn it on, but not off. That's fine. Anyway.
Pause menu. 9 combo.
9 combo. Alright. Anyway, this is the issue with doing stuff live. What else did I... Oh, okay. So, another thing I thought would be helpful.
Zero.
Now, I said that I'd want you to be able to hear the track as you scroll through.
0 and 1/4. 0 and a half. 0 and 3/4. 1.
Like that. Right now, all you get is this readout of where you're at, where the
0 and
cursor's
1/4.
at.
0 and a half. 1 and a half.
I would like it to actually play a tiny little snippet of the audio so that you can hear where you're at as you scroll through,
2. 2 and a half. 3. 3 and a half.
instead of just a readout of the cursor position, right? But that, for special reasons, is very difficult just because of how I've got things working. But what I want to do, I want to make it, I guess, add an option so that if you play for a bit like that, after you pause again, the cursor should go back to where it was when you started playing.
6 and a half. 5. 4 and a half. 4. Channel
So
7.
if you just unpause and then pause again, it'll put the cursor back where it was. So if you hear like, oh,
6 and a half. 8.
like, oh yeah, that's where I want to be, as soon as you unpause, it should put the cursor back so that you know where you're at.
9. 8 and a half. 8. 7 and a half. 8.
So I'm gonna try to do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that though. Where am I pausing? Here? F3? Pause and pause. Okay. Goodness. I'm not sure I'm following all the chat. Do you not like the hi-hat for some reason? Let's see. I do have a big list of things I wanted to do. During the stream, but I don't know what I'm gonna get around to doing. I kind of wanted to do at least 2 hours we'll see. It's been 1 hour already. We'll see what else I can get done. Oh, I needed to narrate the selection range too. Okay, we'll do that next. Oh, okay. No, not paused, unpaused. Well, I don't mind doing this work during the stream because, well, I mean, this is kind of, I don't know. I kind of wanted to reserve this time to actually work on these things because, oops. Because this gives me a reason to work on stuff that otherwise I have a hard time getting around to doing. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So I'm saving the cursor position when you unpause. And then when you, let's see. I'm trying to think what I'm doing. I should only do this when you're editing, right? What is Should I just set this to? Should I make this an optional? I've been starting to use this optional thing. I don't know if I should use this. Here, let's try it. Hello, Flashlex Multimedia. Yeah, do you want me to read the list I had come up with? So, number 1 was narrate menus. But that's just a little too daunting to do. I'll have to like actually put like actual work into that one. Menu keyboard navigation, that is again difficult. Narrate cursor position and selected range, so I didn't get the selected range narrated. I'm narrating the C key. I wanted to be able to set the game speed in the editor. That's not really, I don't know how helpful that one would be. And I just finished this one, setting helper clap or metronome clap in the editor. Narrate various commands. And oh yeah, return to starting point when unpausing is what I'm doing now. I also kind of wanted to default automatically to 0 beat offset in audible cues to mode when you are editing, so you don't have to mess with the setting. Anyway. Does that work? I don't know if I'm doing correct programming. We'll find out. Anyway, I mean, this is the first time I've done this, so I don't know how. I didn't know how it was gonna go. I don't know. So I'm just finding out. I don't. I don't mind how it's going so far. Is this correct? Is this how you do this? I don't even know. Hello. Which Which Alex are you? I'm gonna have to hunt you down. I don't know. How does top speed work? Oh, okay. Alex from. Okay. Oh, okay. I know Alex. So, how does top speed work? Do the percentages stay. So, the. So, speed is a percentage, and what the percentage means is that while the speed of the game always stays the same because the music doesn't actually speed up, but what it means is that if you are going 200% speed and if a rival is going 100% speed, you will be going twice as fast as that rival. If that makes any sense. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. You're talking about the top speed stat points. Um, that just increases the you will be able to go to a higher actual top speed. What is that? Comment held for review. I guess. Are you saying illegal things? What is that? What am I doing? So I was working on. Okay. I was working on something. Aha. Let's do this here. Let's see if that works. And there's so much I have to sit here and wait for things to build, so that gives me time to read chat and stuff. Let's try it out.
Loading.
Loading.
Done loading. Press any. Welcome. Arcade. Press left and race options. Press enter to start loading track.
So,
Pause menu, 0.
does it work? So if
0,
I'm
4.
here... Nope, it didn't work.
3 and 3 4. 2 and 1 4. 2, 1 and 3 4. 0.
Why did you
4.
not work? Game. Come on, game. Let's do it. Did I get this completely wrong? If when we unpause... we are editing, so we're gonna save an unpaused cursor position. When we pause, ooh, I think I know what I'm doing wrong. That's obviously okay. Yeah, this makes sense. I actually have to go to go to sample. Yeah, it only makes sense to put a lot of points into top speed if you aren't gonna get slowed down. Acceleration helps with both, because you'll accelerate more when you hit notes or when you boost or whatever. But also, if you miss notes and you lose speed, if you put points into acceleration, then it helps you to catch back up. So at the beginning of the game, it's best to put points into acceleration. I really hope this just works so that I don't have to do it again.
Welcome to C Arcade. Press left and right to select the race options. Press loading track. Pause 0.
Okay, please work this
4.
time. Okay, there, that worked. So now you can hit F3 to unpause, but when you pause again, the cursor goes back to where it was.
3 and 3 4 4 channel 6.
So at least
3 and 3 4 4.
So now I'm at beat 4, and if I play, I can hear where I am, and as soon as I pause, the cursor goes back to
channel 7, channel 3 and 3 4 4.
Back to beat 4. So that's good, but that needs to be an option, not a default behavior. So I need to add some kind of option, and then I'll add. God, the ground is just shaking like crazy. It will not stop. Do any of you live in places that have earthquakes? I wonder. It's like, when is the ground gonna stop shaking? Maybe I'm just shaking. With 5 points in speed, I think the actual limit is somewhere. I think it's just above 300% speed. Is the actual limit. But it's very difficult to get going that fast. You need a big, long straightaway. In fact, I should add an achievement for that, but I didn't think to, because I wasn't even sure you could get going that fast. But I actually think you can. Or at least I've seen speeds like that other people have gotten. You need to do it somewhere where you have a ton of a big straightaway or something like that. What am I doing? Metronome. I'm adding a say that. I don't know. Metronome. Yeah, some of the stuff I'm gonna have to clean up. So this is what is this called? Um, what am I trying to? What should I call what I just added? I don't know. Return to return cursor on pause or something like that. I don't know. Or actually, probably the way to get going that fast, the easiest, is on a track with a whole lot of a long string of notes, so you can get one really big hyper on a nice big straightaway. I'm not sure what it is. I don't know what the actual top speeds are. I don't think it's something that I've actually like put in somewhere. The numbers that I've actually put in have more to do with like the amount of power that you generate and stuff or something. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure with 0 points you could probably get up to like 175, maybe 180 or something like that. Maybe even higher. It all depends on how well you play. Oh my gosh. Get frame from position. Just, I feel like there's something wrong with this. So if I do this stream again, I think it would be good for me to try to do a little bit of what I would need to, a little bit of the hard stuff off stream, I guess, to do with like the menus and such. And then I can like get right into it of instead of just working on other stuff. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe next week. Right? I don't know. Let's see. Now, I want to save and load this. I don't know where I'm even saving this. Oh, not that. Hoper Cloud. Oh, and Metro. Do I save both? Yeah, why not? Nope. I'm just saving and loading all of the these new options I'm adding. Nope, not that one. Helper clap enabled. Where am I reading this? Let's see. Whoops. I sure am just typing away. Which I'm sure isn't all that interesting. Close the menu. Sure, why not? Oh boy. So now that is that behavior that I just programmed is now an option turn on. Nope. So, what else did I want to do? Oh. Default to 0 offset when you're editing. I should be able to do that. Yeah, online would be cool. However, I don't know. I don't know how I would do that right now. I don't know that I can justify spending the time on it. I don't know. It would make sense to have an online mode. Right. Yeah, some people have played online using the Steam co-op thing. I don't know how well that works because I haven't tried it. Alrighty. Yeah, well, I've investigated different systems. I haven't found anything that I don't know. It shouldn't be that complicated. I just haven't found something that I like. There's lots of different systems I could use, but I just don't know what one I would use. So let's see. I really want. I feel like when it comes to using the editor, there's like two big things. Number one is the menu. Number two is just playing some of the track as you scroll through. I'm almost wondering if I can fake that somehow. I had a dead bug on my desk. Maybe. That's fine. I don't know. Well, I've done a bunch of stuff, but not nearly enough that someone could really use the editor. So, I didn't know how far I was going to get on this stream anyway. I'm kind of wondering, should I start on... rough. Actually, no. Yeah, the issue with the menus right now is that you can't even really use them with the keyboard. And that is a big task to fix. So I'm sitting here kind of thinking, yeah. People ask me about playing with the Steam's remote play mode, and I just told them to use the large, or the what are the timing modes called? Loose. Just so you don't have to be so accurate. So on the leaderboards, there are ghosts. They're a little bit buggy right now. I need to fix them. But for both score mode and the race mode, there's ghosts. But the thing is, there's no audio cues for either. They're just kind of drawn on the track. Oh, wait. Aren't I narrating your placement? I think I am. I think I'm narrating. Am I?
Loading.
Let's see.
Done. Welcome. Arcade button. Arcade. Press left and right to select the track.
And it's not
Press
really
F1 down to change the difficulty. Press F1 for more information.
See.
Rank 3. Game settings menu. Arcade. Game settings menu. Arcade. Press left and right to select the track. Remember set grade. Rated 20. Hard difficulty. Rated 30. Race options.
I'm gonna see.
Press enter to start or escape to go back. Vertical menu with 4 items. Selected.
Am
Mode
I
selection.
narrating
Select
the
loading track. Pause menu. 0 combo.
Oh, selecting the checkboxes. Well, I don't know if it's a... Well, pressing A just starts the race. If you want to adjust the checkboxes, you can use left or right. Do I narrate your placement here? Let me see if I do.
Rank 1.
Yeah. Yeah, I narrate your aim. No one's passing me though. I'd have to miss some notes. I really like playing with the oh. I added a weird ground terrain to this just to see what it's like. How did I miss? Because I can't see. And I'm still at first, so that one that's ahead of me must be my existing score. I don't know if it should do that. I don't know. Let me miss a bunch.
Rank 2.
Yeah, rank 2.
Rank 1. Rank 2. Rank 1. Rank 2. Rank 1. Rank 2. Rank 1. Rank 2. Rank 1. Results. Success. 92.76%
I think
accuracy.
it is too hard
Press
to
F1 for more
play,
details.
and I
Press enter to continue.
yeah, the terrain it's obviously like shining too much, and it actually obscures the notes. So I need to make it less shiny. But yeah, I want to add stuff like that. I think that people would like using that kind of stuff in their tracks. Anyway, you will be able to use your own models of whatever you want in the next build. So that'll be cool. But I really don't know what to do with audible cues too. It honestly is too difficult. I think it would make more sense if you've ever played Thumper. Yeah, it's too shiny. If you've ever played Thumper, that's kind of how Thumper works, in that it gives you like a cue that you have to hit the thing a beat later. But the thing about Thumper is that all of the, like, everything's split into like sections. Yeah, ramps. I'm actually gonna turn the notes that you hit with the A button or the space bar are gonna turn into little ramps, I think. And then I even had an idea that when one of those notes is a hold, that it could be turned into a big long jump, so that you like fly through the air. I think I have a video of that. I don't know. Well, I don't know what else I can do today. Yeah, you can use it takes an OBJ file, and you just have to. There's a couple options you have to use. Let me open Blender. That's what I use. I do export OBJ. Oh, it wants me to choose an actual file. Great. Sure. What is this? I don't know. Oh, I upgraded Blender. Now I don't know where anything is. Well. Oh, is it in here? Where is it? Oh, triangulate faces. You need only triangle faces, because I'm only... Actually, I'm not even sure about that. No, I'm pretty sure the game only handles triangular faces, I think. Anyway, that's the only thing. And then, at some point I was gonna upload like an example. You have to use... There's like a JSON file that you have to write to just specify how to use the models, like what kind of set piece it is. Anyway, I was gonna get into that more later. I think I might even talk about that stuff on the... when I want to record a devlog on Monday. So, where I talk about all the new stuff and how to use it. So I think I'll do that then. Well, you guys, I accomplished some of my goals. I didn't get into the hard stuff, so I think I'd like to do this again next week. And maybe if I give myself just a bit of a head start on some of the harder jobs like the menus, then I can really get into it during the stream. And then by then, I think the editor might actually be usable. I'll be able to like to get it to a place where you can actually do stuff. I think that'll be good. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys dropping by, and I'm sorry that I've been trying to do this stream for 2 weeks now, 3 weeks now, and I just kept running into issues, and then I have no patience for problems, so anyway. So thank you for all the questions, everyone who's here. I don't know who's still here. Well, there's 7 people watching. That's probably including me. Anyway, so yeah, I'll do more of this next week. I appreciate you all coming by. Thanks so much. Anyway, so just follow on Twitter or here on YouTube, and you'll know when it happens. Bye.